There are several reasons why you should consider hammock camping over tent camping, but I don't think anybody else has told you the reasons why. I've got 5 good reasons and some bonus reasons. Stay tuned. Just imagine, after a long, hard day of riding, in less than 5 minutes, you can be set up, sitting inside the place where you will be sleeping that night. Less than 5 minutes. Probably takes you longer to pull this thing out of your luggage than it will be to set it up. It's more than what it looks like. But in case you don't like the idea of hammock camping for whatever reason, I want you to watch the whole video and give me a shot to show you why you should consider using a hammock instead of a tent when you go moto camping. Yeah, okay, so maybe I don't have a beer flute every time I go moto camping. I'm just out in the backyard. But I want to make sure that everybody that has a preconception against hammocks gives me a chance to make you understand why you should consider hammock camping over tent camping. I did another video on why I'm no longer tent camping. Check that out. But also, I want you to hear me out. Let me go through my list. And if you have any questions or concerns or tell me I'm an idiot, leave that in the comments and I'll try to respond to all those. But I really want everybody that is moto camping to at least give this a shot and find somebody. You don't have to spend the money. Find somebody that's got a hammock and let you try it out at least for an hour. And I would highly recommend, if it's set up correctly, spend the night in it and see what you think. I think you will be transformed. I know I was the first time I started hammock camping. I fought it for years myself. I thought, I can't sleep in a hammock. I sleep on my side and my stomach. I can't sleep on my back like most people think of hammocks. Well, that was because I wasn't familiar with the new generation of hammocks they have out called ASIM hammocks. They're basically asymmetrical. The one end, it kicks out for your feet, one end kicks out for your head, but I'll explain that later. So all I'm asking is that you stick out to the end of the video, and if you're not convinced, tell me what a fool I was to waste your time and tell me why you disagree with me. If it's just the fact that you don't have trees where you live, that's a pretty good excuse. That's the one situation where hammocks don't really work that well. So I'm thinking I can get through my short list here before I finish this beer. What do you think? Number 1, you can camp anywhere in the world where there are 2 trees to hang your hammock in between. And that sounds crazy until you think about how many trees there are. If you're camping anywhere near a forest or where there's trees, you're probably going to be in pretty good shape when it comes to a hammock. All you need is the right distance apart and nothing in between the 2 trees. That's really the only requirement. So there's a forest out there waiting for you in your hammock. Number 2, you can camp on the side of a hill, on the slope of a mountain, as long as there's 2 trees within a reasonable distance that you can hang your hammock. You can camp anywhere. And I have camped on some pretty extreme slopes. It's kind of scary sometimes getting up in the middle of the night if you're not paying attention, or if you've had too much to drink, or if you're really, really tired, you got to pee. You might stumble down the hill and fall to your death. But the option is still there. You can camp on the side of a slope like that. It is insane. You'll be seeing me camping on a slope like that very soon because I've got a camp spot in mind. In case you didn't notice, I didn't make it. Don't judge. Number 3, hammocks are fantastic in rainy weather. There's nothing better. You can set up a rain fly before you set anything up underneath. Set up your rain fly, set up your hammock, nothing gets wet. You can even be mostly dry while you're setting the damn thing up. As soon as you get your rain fly up, you're good. Your tarp, whatever you want to call it. If you watch my tent video the other day, where I talked about as you're setting your tent up, there's no protection. You're going to get the inside of your tent wet if it's raining while you're setting it up. Number 4, which is one of my favorites, hammocks are easy and fast to set up. You saw how fast I set this thing up. It's just that easy and just that fast. Sometimes it takes a little bit of an adjustment depending on what type of hammock you've got, but that's neither here nor there. I am sitting in my hammock right now, and I could go to sleep in this thing right now without adjusting it one bit. Number 5, I kind of covered this already, but it's really important when you're comparing a hammock to a tent. Uneven ground makes a huge difference with a tent. It makes no difference with a hammock. I said you could camp on a slope. That just opens up all the areas that you can camp in. But one thing that opens up even further is the fact that you don't have to find a flat piece of ground. You don't have to clean the ground of sticks and rocks and things that are going to poke up through the floor of your tent, or that are going to stick you in the middle of the night and wake you up, or pop your air mattress or your ground pad, or all those problems. You don't have to worry about any of that. And I have some bonus reasons that should seal the deal and get you at least considering moving towards a hammock. Number 1, it's my favorite. I'm sitting in it. My hammock is my chair. I don't have to carry a camp chair anymore. If you want to hover around a campfire and everybody else is there, you may need a camp chair still, but I can chill and take my boots off as soon as I get to camp. Within 2 or 3 minutes, my feet are cold and wet. I could take my shoes off, take my socks off, get me some warm socks on, and just chill. It's a camp chair. That's a pretty big deal. My second bonus reason, you can be sleeping in minutes. 5 minutes, you could be sleeping. It's going to take you almost as long to take your boots and your gear off as it is to set up your tent. And as soon as you twist around, lay down, you are sleeping, my brother. And there's been nights when I got in after 11, 12 o'clock at night, pitch black, tired as hell, been riding all day. There's nothing better than swinging a hammock in between 2 trees, pulling my boots off and going right to sleep. And I've done it many times. And it's just magnificent. And crawling around on the ground, putting a tent up, I can't even imagine doing that some days when I've been on the trail all day. I can't even imagine. All that stuff goes away. You hang your hammock, 5 minutes. 5 minutes if you're really slow, putting up your hammock. Another 5 minutes taking your gear off. And then as fast as you can go to sleep. Twist around in here and get comfortable. Well, that's it for my 5 reasons plus 2 bonus reasons for why you should consider moving into a hammock for moto camping. But I'll be sleeping in this hammock tonight, and I'm really excited about it because I've got some new equipment, and I'm going to share that in a future video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and hit the bell notification, because YouTube doesn't give a crap about letting you know when I put out a new video. So subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Are you still watching? Why haven't you subscribed yet? Subscribe and hit the bell, man. What's up? Doesn't this look like fun?